to the Q Code. Your curiosity quest starts here.
Welcome in, everybody, to a spookily fun edition of the Q Code podcast. Travis, Danny, and Alan here as your hosts, bringing you into this Halloween season.
So it's so spooky that it's fun.
Spookily fun.
Or it's so... I think I said that backwards.
So
it's so fun, it's spooky.
You ruined it.
Yep.
So let's start over, Alan. I'm just kidding. Nah, today we've got a good show. I'm excited, mostly because I've spent a long time putting this together. So we've got a great quick question of the day, but our main meat of the show is a little something called Halloween Sounds Jeopardy.
Yes. That's my kind of name there, Trav.
Pretty much.
Because it's very literal. No,
So
there's no mistaking that it's about Halloween sounds.
We will get to
Jeopardy format.
We'll get to the rules and really what the sounds are and what the categories are. But let's just get right into the nitty-gritty here of our quick question, which is, what would you do if you were invisible for a full day?
For 24 hours.
24 hours.
So, I know that this has nothing to do with being invisible, but I wanted to interject really quickly before we start this quick question. On my way, literally driving here today, I thought of a joke in my head, and I wanted to try it out on you guys, okay?
Okay.
What is the difference between a witch and Michael Jackson?
No, you thought of this or you heard this?
I thought of this.
Okay.
I made it. If somebody already came up with this, then I have no idea about it.
I don't know.
Michael Jackson's dead.
That's too soon.
Yeah. Ouch.
It's always too soon.
Give up?
Yes, I do.
One goes, hee 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 hee, and the other goes, hee hee.
Oh, wow.
Get it? They're both saying the same thing, just in different ways.
I don't think the witches go hee hee hee. It's more of a cackle.
Yeah.
That's not a cackle. That's like a whinny.
Fine. Apparently, it's not a good joke. I
could just see yourself,
I came up with a
you
winner.
know, but I could just see yourself just driving here by yourself, just thinking, it's just like, this is amazing. This is gonna get a big laugh. And it did. We enjoyed it.
Well, I tried it out on my kids first. I called them to let them know I came up with a joke.
And what did they say?
They thought it was funny.
Yes. See, that is the perfect audience for your joke.
A 4 and a 6-year-old?
Yes.
Well, as long as I can make someone happy in this world. All right. Sorry to cut you off, but back to the invisible
being
for 24
invisible.
hours.
So what would you guys do?
Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll start off by at least asking the Danny question of needing to clarify.
Okay.
So I'm imagining if we are invisible, that we are the traditional invisible, which means that we are pretty much butt naked. Running.
Okay. Actually, I'm glad you brought this up because I did actually come up with a few criteria or rules to go by in this 24 hours of invisibleness. Okay. So, number 1, you're invisible for 24 hours and it's a scheduled time. It's like, I'm going to turn invisible at a certain time and then you're going to be invisible for 24 hours and then you're going to all of a sudden be like reappear. 2, anything you are wearing will also be invisible.
Okay. So you came up with that idea just so that we don't have to run around naked.
Yes, pretty much.
Because at
Like
that point,
in,
it would have to be anything that I am willing to do, like naked.
Like in Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be running around where there's sharp objects.
Are you going to do that with clothes?
Well, if you could wear like
say-
protective gear.
I'm just saying, I'm definitely steering clear of like a chef's kitchen. I don't. Okay? There's hot things, there's oils, there's knives.
That's true. That would be like a death trap.
I don't know why I'd go there anyway, but I'm just saying that is one location that I would be steering clear of.
Yes, you can have clothes. You have to be wearing the clothes though. Like if you were to literally like pick them up, then they could still see it. But if you're wearing it, it automatically becomes invisible. And then lastly, you don't have any other like abilities, enhanced abilities outside of that. So meaning you're still succumb to like how life would be, or you can only do the things that you could do normally even if you were visible. So it's not like you suddenly have the power of shooting lasers out of your eyes or something like that, or super strength. Or
I thought that was just implicit in like, why would invisibility have anything to do with lasers coming out of your eyes?
I'm glad you said that, because I was really I was going to go around shooting lasers out of my eyes.
No one would know where it was coming from
as I was naked running around invisible. So
except for they could just see exactly where the lasers are coming from and be like,
pointless. Pointless.
There he is.
That's true. That
Unless
would be crappy.
Infrared lasers.
Yeah, they're invisible lasers.
So, okay, well, here's my answer. If you guys want me to go first.
Okay.
I would literally, because at first I was starting to think, I was like, well, should I use it for good? And I know where you might be thinking, like, are you going to use it for bad? No, I'm not using it for bad. I'm just probably using it for selfish purposes. And so I thought that I would, because I got limited time, I would probably just set up a camera and I would get like my daughter or my son, and we would just do tons of little short videos of like them doing magic tricks and like levitating stuff. And so that I would have this huge backlog of all these little videos, and I'd post them on all these social media sites. So we're talking like,
well, you could
YouTube.
have like a YouTube channel.
That's what I'm saying.
Post for like a year.
YouTube, TikTok, others, Facebook, Instagram, just all these, Twitter, and just get tons of followers, get YouTube famous or whatever. But I'd have to like use that whole 24 hours to make like hundreds of little like 10 to 20 second little videos.
Yeah.
Because
do you think your kids would
I don't know,
have attention spans that could last 24 hours?
I think seeing things levitate, even though they know that dad's holding them, but dad's invisible, I think that would probably entertain them for quite a while.
Maybe you could like put them through 4-hour shifts. Like, all right,
yeah,
Harps,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we'll switch.
You're up until you go to sleep, and then 4 hours later, let's wake up Tills, put Harper to sleep, so that they can, because otherwise they're not going to last 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just saying, as long as we could go.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Good job.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. His 24 hours is up. Alan, do you want to go or do you want me to go? I don't care.
You can go.
Okay. So my 24 hours would go as such.
He's got it. I forgot. He told me he has it all planned.
Well,
like,
you would have to if you knew.
Wake up to like sun up, sundown.
Okay. So the assumption of me being invisible, I assume it's going to start at 6 a.m. and go for 24 hours and end 6 a.m. the following morning. Okay. So what I would do first is the night before, I would fly up to Canada. Okay. Yes.
Sorry. It was just never discussed that we knew that all of a sudden we were going to be invisible.
Well, that was the first thing I said. It's going to be 24 hours. You know it's coming.
Oh, okay.
And
I missed the you know it's coming.
24 hours later.
Did we talk about the you know it's coming a while ago when we first talked about this?
I don't know.
I don't know if we did.
I don't know if we did.
Okay.
Okay. So fly up to Canada the night before. Why would I do this? But it's because I don't want to waste some of my time being invisible getting up there at first. So I'm going to get up there, and then I'm going to go into the woods where the dude is looking for Bigfoot. Okay? The discovering Bigfoot dude. And I'm going to wait until 6 a.m. when I turn invisible. Okay? So when I do that, I'm going to put on some Bigfoot costume feet, and I'm going to run all around his camp. And I'm going to take all of his apples. And then he is going to wake up to just such a treat of just like, look at all these Bigfoot feet.
Literally what he wants to do. He wants to just toy with the Bigfoot man.
And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to hurry and catch my 8 a.m. flight back to the States. But I'm not going to fly back home to Salt Lake originally. I'm going to fly to Vegas. I figure that's going to take me 2.5 hours of flight time. I'm going to land. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the strip and I'm going to find somebody who's smoking. Because I'm sure there will be in Vegas.
Okay.
And I am going to continually blow out their lighter or their match for a long time.
Okay.
As they try to light their cigarette. And I'm doing this because I'm hoping that by the time I'm done, he will or she will have just said, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm sure that
I can't take it anymore.
Rather than just walk over to like a store and buy a new lighter.
Well, then I'll just be there to blow that one out. I'll just like every time like like,
Can't they
come
hear?
on!
You're invisible. They can still hear you go. And probably feel the little gust of wind on their hand.
Well, I'll have to do it from the side so that they can't feel it. But
So far, Danny is pretending to do things. He's pretending to be Bigfoot and pretending to be wind.
yes. But for good cause, I'm entertaining the Bigfoot guy. I'm giving him a day worth of fun. And I'm helping this person quit smoking. Okay? This is all about helping people. This is what I want to do. Because I was the same way as you. I thought, well, I want to use it for good. I don't necessarily want to use it for evil. But then I thought of all these things, and I'm like, well, I want like to create world peace or something like that. But I'm like, I can't really do that in
create
24
world
hours.
peace as well, invisible.
So I just found a roundabout way of doing it. Plus, I wanted to be slightly entertained. Then, after about an hour of that, I would go hit up a magic show. And Trav and I are on the very similar wavelength. But I would go for two reasons, twofold. One, to go behind the scenes at the magic show and see how all the magic is done. And then two, I would start performing my own magic tricks that will even be surprising the magician.
You can't. Nobody knows that it's you.
I know. I'm not saying that I'm performing it for my own self-interest. I'm saying I'm performing it for people to be like, oh, this is the best magic show I've ever been to.
So you're just going to be, basically you're just going to be carrying objects.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
floating them. But no, but who are they going to think is floating objects?
The magician, but even he will be amazed.
Oh, okay.
He'll think he's really magic.
All right.
So now I've boosted his ego and I've entertained the masses. Okay. So far, entertained one dude for a day, got a guy to quit smoking, and now entertained a crowd and boosted a magician's ego. Then at about 2:00, I'll go hit up a casino. And you think, well, what can you do at a casino? You're invisible. They won't even know you're gambling. Well, I'm not there for myself. I am there to be the small, still voice that whispers inside the ear of somebody who, where I'm standing behind the dealer, I can see their card, and then I go, hit,
No,
stand.
it's more going to be like this. Quasimodo.
Well, if they need that told to them, then yes. So
So you're going to make other people money.
Yep.
Okay.
Make a lot of people money by whispering, hit and stand, and whatever else I need to. Maybe it's a game where Quasimodo is like the queen of spades.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm going to fly back home to Salt Lake City. I will get here in just enough time to make my way downtown Salt Lake, catch a jazz game, but not. I know what you're thinking. Why are you going to a jazz game? You can go to a jazz game when you're visible. It's true, but I can't go to a jazz game and sit on the back of the rim. And then when the Jazz are playing on that side of the court, anything that gets close, I will catch and put through the hoop. And then in the second half, anything that the other team shoots, I will block.
That is that is going to be so much work. Just like running back and forth. Just climbing up on the back of each hoop like every time. Like there's no way.
No, like, because in basketball, in the NBA, one team goes one way for a half and then they switch.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So I would just, at the beginning of the game, climb to one.
Okay.
And in the first half, I would just help the Jazz make every basket. And then in the second half, I would block every shot.
Just watching it on TV. The ball goes up, and before it even starts to go on its downward trajectory, it's just swatted into the audience.
They're like, what the heck? So I would help the Jazz win in a game, which
I'm going to be
helpful.
honest.
Yeah.
I do not think you could do all of this in 24 hours.
Oh, I planned it out, Trav.
I know you
I
planned
have
it out.
times.
I know you
written
planned
here.
it out.
That would be 7 p.m., by the way, that I hit up that game. Games last, 2.5 hours? So after the game at 10 p.m., I'm going to go off and I'm going to find a group of people that are ghost hunting. And I'm going to give them the night of their lives.
All right.
And I'm going to help them capture things moving and floating on tape. I'm going to walk up to their little tape recorders and in my fuzziest voice be like, it's a ghost.
Because ghosts say that. Ghosts say this is a ghost.
And that's because, like, have you ever noticed that EVPs are never freaking, like, clear?
Yeah.
How they're always like, check out
I
this
listen.
super clear EVP.
Of all
And
the
then-
times I've listened to EVPs, they're never clear.
Yeah.
They're like pictures of Bigfoot.
But it's so frustrating
Also,
because
being
they're always like,
facetious because I've never really listened to EVPs.
what, you haven't?
Other than on movies, which they make them that way. So,
Electronic voice phenomena.
yeah. Nope.
Well, I'm not even saying like
I
person,
don't
but-
think I've ever been into like ghost hunting like you did that. You went through your phase of ghost hunting.
No, but it's like not so much that you've heard EVPs like on your own that you've tried recording or even had people that recorded them, but I'm just saying like you never watched like on ghost hunting shows or gone to websites where they're like, we have EVPs.
No.
And they're like, check it out. It's super clear. And you'll just hear
I'm not disputing the fact that they're not clear. I know that they're not going to be clear. It's just I've never been interested enough to go and look them up or really watch any ghost hunting shows. So
yeah, but they're always just like, check it out. Listen, they're like, and like he obviously said that he is going to vote for the president of the United States in 1832. You're like, do you get it, Trav?
no.
Guess what?
No, there's nothing to get. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we know.
Just randomly.
I know.
Just random. I have nothing else to say. What should I say? Quick, come up. Do you get it, Trav?
I often wonder what this show would be like if we just literally let him keep talking.
Well, it would be awesome.
Okay,
that's
so
for
you're
sure.
you're scaring or giving ghost hunters a night of
the
their
night
life.
of their lives. After that, after a couple hours of that, I would head home, and at about midnight, I would get home. At that point, I would figure my wife is probably sleeping, and so I would go whisper sweet nothings into her ear.
Oh my gosh.
But I know what you're thinking. Oh, you're just gonna call her Quasimodo again, aren't you? No, I learned my lesson the first time.
Never again shall I call my pregnant wife Quasimodo. Not saying you're pregnant, Liz, but
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just whisper things into her ear that are like really good about me. So subconsciously she'll wake up and be like, I have the most awesome husband.
couldn't you just do that while she's sleeping regularly anyway? Because there wouldn't be a difference between you being invisible and not invisible or invisible. Yes.
Well, now you're ruining my night. That's a good point. I just want it to be invisible.
Just saying you could do this anyway.
Because I wanted to do it when she's like, oh, Danny's off on a trip today, so he's not even home. So that she won't have any suspicions when subconsciously she's like, he's so cool.
Well, let's hope she thinks you're a little cool. When you guys are married. So,
But I would only do that for like an hour. And then
gosh, Danny,
what?
there's no way you could do all of this in a 24-hour period. You've taken like 3 flights.
Yeah. Well, I guess you don't have to go through security.
Oh, I think
That'll save you a lot of time.
Exactly. I forgot to mention that at my beginning when I was catching the flight from Canada to Las Vegas. It's all self-serve, but it's free because no one can see me. So I just walk right on in, get on the flight, and then I find an empty seat if I can, or
just sit in the aisle.
Yeah, just stand
And
there.
hopefully nobody bumps into nothing that's sitting there. They just run over you
Yeah.
with the cart. You're like, ow!
They're like turbulence. But anyway, so then at 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. Sorry.
Danny decides to hide in the bathroom. By the end of the flight, like 10 people have gone in there and taken a poop, and he's just like, "Oh, worst idea ever."
Whatever. I would sit in first class, but then I would fly back to Canada
No, you wouldn't.
at 1 a.m.
Oh, good heavens, Danny.
At 4 a.m., I'm gonna find that Bigfoot guy again. Like, I will find him once again after he would be super tired because he would have a full day of like
You think
measuring.
that you just get off the plane and are immediately smack dab in the middle of Bigfoot country?
You'd be in like Vancouver.
So anyway, I would put my Bigfoot costume feet back on and make some more tracks for him. And then I would return all of the apples that I took the night before and put them in a big pile. And I'd put a big sign on it that's like written on cardboard or something. And it'd say, "No more apples on keto diet, steak only." And see if he'll start putting steak out instead of apples. And then at 6 a.m., I would catch a flight because now I'd be visible again. I would catch my flight back home from Canada. So that is my 24 hours of being invisible.
Is highly improbable and impossible. But
It checks out.
it does not check out.
I
Just
like
because you
did the
wrote
times.
numbers on a paper does not mean that is in real time. This is how it's going to be. I'm
Yeah,
literally going to be able to take 4 flights, 2 of which are to and from Canada. There were 3. You're taking like 5 flights in 24-hour period.
So the first flight to Canada, I'm visible.
okay.
So I'm only catching one flight from Canada
okay.
back
All right, so
to
2.
Vegas.
So 2 flights.
And then from Vegas to Salt Lake. And then from Salt Lake to Canada.
Yeah.
So 3 flights.
Guarantee you, like that would not happen in 24 hours. It's
Where's the hole in my story?
I think that the whole is just like travel time. Like not necessarily like I see that you're putting in travel time for your flights.
Yeah.
But like after the flight, like you have
When
to
you get to the airport in Canada, you got to rent a car or get a car or something. Somehow you're going to jump into a random car because you're invisible and
just
hope they
hope
go in the right direction. You can't rent a car while you're invisible. I guess you could steal a car.
I just think there's a lot of plot holes in this idea. I probably would have just stayed put. I think yeah. You did a lot.
I wanted to make the most of my day as being invisible.
Okay. All right, Alan, what would you do?
Okay.
Although I don't know how you can follow that up.
I know.
Well, he has to have his
So
own day.
mine, I was going to be like, I really don't know if I can do any of all this in 24 hours because I probably can't. I'm not going to be like Danny and say, definitely I can.
I kind of felt
But-
like I had time to spare.
How many
guess if I
flights
can-
are you taking?
I guess if I can start somewhere like you did and then become invisible, I would start in North Korea, in the capital, and I would and then when I turn invisible, I would go and find all documents, anything I possibly can that would be definitive proof of his corruption and how he's treated his people and that he hides from his people, and then expose him so his people rise up against him.
Who are you talking about? Who's this
Kim
him?
Jong-un. So basically, my plan is I would start right off the bat by liberating an entire oppressed country and give them their freedom.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to one-up me, huh? I gave
And
people
then-
a great magic show.
As soon as I'm done uploading all incriminating evidence to his people on YouTube, I would hop on a flight straight to Russia, straight to the Kremlin, and do the same thing and get Putin overthrown and install a democracy. And then I would come back to the United States and I would figure out exactly where the aliens are. I would go to the White House wherever I need to. I would get into their files and
Probably
find
start
out.
at Area 51. That would be a good spot.
Well, no, because by now they've moved them. After that
the
raid on
raid.
Area 51,
So-
they're moved. I would find out where the aliens are and expose that. There's a lot of exposure I would be doing.
I really feel like I didn't, put as much thought into this as obviously you two have. We're
Well,
liberating
I try to
countries.
give you a warning.
Where I still hold firm of what I would do.
Me too. My timeline is very tight, but very workable.
There's literally zero room for error and for time to pass.
And then at let's say I have a few hours left. I would
After you've liberated two countries.
I would get all the heads.
And found the aliens.
and found
I
the
would get
aliens.
all the heads of companies that are working on autonomous driving cars together and sign a quick, huge contract. Sign a huge,
some invisible forces.
a huge contract with
force fits into
them.
this room.
and signing a paper for me.
Sign a huge contract with them to hurry and shoot some videos of really it's me driving, but they film it and say this is how good our autonomous driving is now, and so that they can sell.
Yeah,
lots
but
of
you're a
cars.
human. They might actually be like, this is the most terrible autonomous driving I've ever seen.
But I won't tell them.
Can't even stay in the
I won't.
lines.
Well, all I have to hide from them is that I'm Asian.
They're like, obviously this
Because
is...
the stereotype, Asians are bad drivers.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say that that's almost, not to be racist, but an Asian almost hit me today. And I was like, I didn't notice till later, but I was like, freaking Asian.
How
How'd
dare
you know they were Asian?
I can see through a window, Danny. I have eyeballs.
They probably were thinking the same thing about you, but they're like, freaking round eye.
Round eye. All right. Was that it?
Yep.
On your day? Okay.
You said I had too much.
Are you kidding me?
He's liberating two countries.
I just want you to look at the time here and just see it's been a half hour. This is called a quick question.
Mine was quick.
It was not. Okay, let's move on to our game. Here we go. Okay, it's time to play Halloween Sounds Jeopardy.
So I know, Trav, you said you put in a lot of work to get this done, which is awesome. I appreciate it. I've been looking forward to this
Good.
because I can finally employ my game strategy.
For if you guys haven't listened to any of our past episodes where we've had games on there, Danny cannot live and play a game if there is no strategy. If it is just by luck.
It's all game theory.
So I've created a game that is modeled after Jeopardy. We have 3 categories. So the 3 categories are Halloween movie quotes, Halloween movie music, and famous screams.
So we will pick a category,
pick a category.
and a number.
Yep, and it's obviously
100.
1 through 5. Yeah, 100, 200, so on.
300, 400, 500.
Yes, that's was implied by the so on. And
And then you will play a sound clip, and then we will guess.
yep. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, and I just want to preface this. It is very hard to do these because I'm trying to keep my audience, our listeners, in mind, but I'm also trying to keep the players in mind, knowing that they're
Very highly skilled.
very limited on maybe their their horror movie knowledge or just movie knowledge, you know. So I tried to get things that were easy enough so that they could at least get them. So there might be some that you might be listening to and it's like a 500 point question and you're like, that's super easy. Well, maybe not to them. Okay, so we're gonna just let them play and we're gonna see how this pans out.
I have pretty good movie knowledge, just maybe not horror movie knowledge.
Wait,
So-
why are you watching horror movies?
horror, Daniel. Okay.
Sorry, just lack of enunciation.
I do not have a quarter. Alan has a quarter. All right. We're gonna flip. Who's gonna call
Why
it?
does Alan always have a quarter?
Because he's prepared. Okay.
I'm Two-Face.
Which one of you guys is calling it?
I will.
Okay. Here we go. Call it.
Tails
It
is
is
what it's got to
heads.
be.
It's heads. Come on. So
It touched my hand.
it landed and then
So that-
touched your hand.
Yeah, and then it probably
It
flipped to
did not
heads.
flip.
So you can only blame yourself.
Yeah. Shouldn't have touched it. Okay. All right, Alan. Movie quotes, movie music, and famous screams. And just so you know, there is a daily double in there, and there will be a final Jeopardy question.
Ooh, are you prepared for this, Al?
How does the
I
final
don't think
Jeopardy
any.
question work?
Basically, at the end of all questions, we will go to the final question. You guys will wager,
Oh, yeah, okay.
you know, just normal Jeopardy stuff.
And the daily double, you can wager up to however many points you have at the time when you get the daily double. And if you get it wrong, though, you get minus that many.
Okay.
Okay.
And same with at the end, right? You get minus on the final Jeopardy.
Yes.
Okay. But every other question, do you get minus if you get it wrong, or is everything else just positive?
I'm just going to be positive because that's going to be a lot of me trying to figure out everything like what you guys are.
So you're an optimist.
Yes.
Okay.
If you get it wrong, how about, I will allow, Jeopardy allows you. If you get it wrong, Alan, Danny has a chance to answer it. If you both get it wrong, then we just move on to the next one.
So what
Got
you're
it?
saying is you're a half glass full and kind of guy.
Okay, yes.
A half glass full? A
Okay,
glass
half full. Did I say a half glass
Yes.
You have half a glass and it's full.
All right.
full? It's pretty optimistic.
Okay. Alan, what would you like to choose first?
Let's go with music.
Music
For 100.
Okay. And here we go. Sorry, it's going to take me a second to
So
flip
it's
back
not
and
like
forth.
you can buzz in before the other one.
No.
Okay.
So you just get your
So no buzzers or
no buzzers.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
What?
It's taking me a while to. Okay, here we go.
Is this a horror movie?
Okay, it's
Well, I know what it is, but I didn't think of it.
it's Halloween themed.
Oh, okay. Beetlejuice.
There you go.
So wait, did you pick a category?
Yeah, he said music for 100.
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I assume we're going back and forth.
Yes.
It's music, quotes,
And famous screams.
I'm gonna go with music for 200, Alex.
Okay.
I like that song.
Okay. Do you know what movie it is?
It has a Halloweenish sound to it.
Well, yes, they are. Not. Never mind.
Like, do I have to, like, if it's like a multi-series movie, do I have to pick, like, specifically
No.
which one?
Just tell me. I mean, if it's a multi-series movie, then yes. But
Is it Resident Evil?
it is not Resident Evil.
Because that is not my answer.
That is your answer. Alan, do you have a
So
guess?
I have to tell you the specific movie out of like that trilogy or whatever it is.
I like how you guys are assuming that this is a trilogy.
I was just gonna say Halloween.
No, it is not.
It's not?
Nope.
I thought it was just like some spin-off of Halloween.
Okay, that would be The Exorcist.
That's The Exorcist?
Dang it!
Well, they stole it from Halloween. It was close enough.
All right. So right now, after you each have gone, Alan has 100 points. Daniel has 0.
Now that I think about it in hindsight, that was probably pretty easy.
That's why it was 200. Okay. Alan.
I will go with quotes for...
Sorry, that was also a fantasy football update.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Okay.
I'll
Movie
go with
quotes
for 100.
Okay. Sorry.
We should.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
All right. What
She
movie?
said, what's the boogeyman?
I'm not. Guys, you have ears. I
Is
can't.
there a movie called The Boogeyman?
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
No.
Son of...
So it said,
Daniel?
what's the boogeyman? And the guy says, do you know the boogeyman?
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
That is Freddy Krueger.
No. That is Halloween, number 1.
Dang it.
Damn it, I was...
I was actually picking between that and I was like, because Halloween dude doesn't really look like the boogeyman. I don't know what the boogeyman
They
looks
call him
like.
the boogeyman.
Oh, they do?
We've seen the movie. Okay. All right, Danny.
'Kay.
Your turn.
I'm going to go with music for 300.
Music for 300. Here we go. If I can find it quick enough. Because here we go.
I feel like I've heard this before.
I'm sure you have. I will say, and this is the one hint to both of you on this one. This is, I think, the only one that may not be specifically a movie.
Wait, not a movie?
May not be specifically a movie, meaning it could be more than a movie.
Well, my guess was going to be Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, you are incorrect. That is also specifically a movie. So
That's what I had in my head. So by specifically not a movie, like also a TV show or like
Could
a
be.
game. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this one is a TV show or a game, but it's the only thing that comes to mind. Hocus Pocus?
no, that is incorrect. It is Tales from the Crypt.
Oh!
You guys
Yeah, that's right.
I think most of these are going to be like, oh, yeah.
Alan's 100-point lead may be insurmountable.
I know. You guys said he'd get the other two easier ones. So I'm like, now you're into the hard ones. All right. Alan, Your turn.
Screams. Is that what the category? Screams for 100.
Okay. Screams, famous screams for 100. Here we go. I even left the little ending part of that with the music because I had a feeling that you probably wouldn't be able to get it just off the screen. So,
No, if it was the other one, there would be like beep, beep, beep. But
An alarm clock?
I don't have anything else in mind other than Psycho.
no, that is incorrect. Daniel.
Phantom of the Opera.
No.
No, I heard like a piano and an organ.
That doesn't mean that it's a Phantom of the Opera. Movies have scores. Movies have background music.
The Screams one's gonna be a tough category. You're right.
Okay, that was Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween.
Oh, I should have picked that.
Yeah, you should have. This is fun.
I wonder if anyone at home is doing.
I'm pretty
any
sure
better.
all of them have been doing a lot better. Yes, play at home. Let us know how well you are doing.
All
You
right.
need to do just like regular movie trivia.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
told
not-
him he needs to do Independence Day movie trivia.
No, if I just did Independence Day, Dumb and Dumber. What was the other movie that you quote a lot?
Anchorman.
Alan
you,
does
you quote
Anchorman.
Anchorman. There's one that you quote a lot, though.
Besides those two,
Yeah. There's one other one I can't remember what it is.
Let's do Joey from Friends trivia.
it's probably something around 1996.
Yeah. Something in the 90s.
All right, let's do music for 400.
Okay, music for 400. Here we go.
It sounds like it's from an older movie.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. It's a toss-up, but I'm gonna go with Frankenstein.
Dude, you're so not there. It is not Frankenstein.
It just sounds like any regular music you would hear like in a music hall or something.
If you guys would watch movies.
Psycho.
No.
I want to take another crack at it.
Okay.
Dracula.
No. Okay. You were close with the first one. It's not
Young Frankenstein.
There you go. Young Frankenstein.
Oh, did I not say young?
Nope.
I'm not done with my answer.
Well, I would have got it if you didn't
the
throw us off.
Frankenstein who is young.
Yeah. Part of that is my fault.
Yeah, you threw me off because you said you are so
That's
not
not-
there.
Well, he wasn't. He wasn't there. He was so
But
not
if you
there.
said so close, I would have got it.
I just thought we needed to get most of the title right.
Okay. All right. Alan, it's you're up. Or wait. Yes. You are up.
What are the 200s that are left?
You have quotes and screams.
Quotes for 200.
Okay. Quotes for 200. Oh, daily double, which basically means you have
At first I thought that was part of a movie.
no,
I was like,
that's
You're
not,
so lucky.
you have 100 points.
At least,
to play
at
with.
least you have 100 to wager.
wait, so if I wager the 100 and I get it wrong, I
You lose the 100.
You lose the 100.
But if I get it right,
You get
double.
200
so I would be at 300.
No, you just double. Like it's like a.
because you're wagering.
I
this.
don't get also the points for the question. Or wait, the 200 points. 'cause
Like
it's
you're
200.
getting however many points you wager, also in addition to what you have.
So I could get the 200 points for the question and then whatever I wager.
No, you only have 100.
No, because I picked
No, that doesn't.
200.
No, I know.
It just takes away the. It's
It just-
that's
it just
in
becomes the
place.
daily
daily
double.
double is in place of the actual points.
Yeah,
So
that's how it works.
basically, if I get it right, I'm getting less than what I would have gotten had it not been a daily double.
Hey,
Well, we were supposed to probably get more right by now.
So
But there are times on Jeopardy when they get the daily double and they are in my shoes. They literally have no money, so they can't even wager anything.
Okay, well, I'm wagering $1.
$1.
I'm
Really?
dude. I'm probably not going to get another one right.
Okay.
So, wait, $0,
Okay.
and then I get 0 points.
So right or wrong, you don't get any points.
I think that's the smart move. Because even if I do $1 and I miss it, I'm down to 99, and all Danny has to do is get. Oh wait, but there's no more. Okay, I'm gonna do. Fine, I'll just do $100.
Okay.
Oh, burn. He
Wagering
figured it out.
Going balls to the walls.
$100. Here we go for your quote.
No, 99. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't
$99.
think you can change this much on
Yes, I
Jeopardy.
can. That's my final answer. $99.
Okay. Here you go.
These men are consummate snowball artists. They use sense and nerve gases to induce hallucinations. People think they're seeing ghosts. And they call these bozos who conveniently show up to deal with the problem with a fake electronic light show.
Everything was fine with our system until the power grid was shut off by Dickless here.
They caused an explosion.
Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
I can't believe you guys don't know
is
what
this?
this
Is
is.
Ghostbusters.
Thank
Son
you.
of a gun.
I do the whole
Why do
time.
you try to act like you don't?
Because you do every time.
You get $199, boy.
It's 199.
I'm glad I wagered 99 on that.
It's not enough.
It's
All
true. This man has no dick.
It's one of my favorite.
I
lines
always
from
know that one.
Ghostbusters. Okay, Daniel.
Music for 500.
Okay, I gotta get to it.
How,
I just
how
keep
are
going
these
to the
on your
wrong
phone. Like that. It makes
Well,
it so
I have
hard.
two different apps. I have one that's showing me all the categories and what
Oh,
number
so
they
you have to
are.
flip back and forth?
Then I have to flip back and forth. So here you go for 500
Okay.
music. You're not getting this. If you get this, I will give you triple.
You can't do that.
Woohoo!
He's not going to get it.
Okay. So I know it's tricky because you want me to guess Beauty and the Beast, but I'm not.
I want you to guess Beauty and the Beast.
Because that sounds right out of like that movie.
Does it?
So what I'm gonna have to go with is a horror movie, and I'm going to pick a movie that there's probably dancing and a ball. Start naming movies, Trev.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. What's a horror movie?
This is going to be the worst episode we've done.
The Labyrinth.
No. Although I will give you kudos because The Labyrinth was also produced by the same producer of this movie. You get no points. But the movie is called The Witches.
I didn't get a
I
chance to
think
steal.
you
Oh,
just told
shoot.
me-
Sorry.
yeah.
I think
Well,
it's an automatic
No.
500 for me.
No.
I'm going to guess The Witches.
I was going to say Sweeney Todd.
Yeah. It wasn't Sweeney Todd.
The Witches?
It's The Witches.
I remember that movie. It's where they like
Is that
turn
where the
into
little
mice.
mouse?
Yep.
That movie freaked me out for some reason when I was a kid.
Yeah, because it's a bunch of witches. It actually
I did-
has
like-
one of the freakiest parts in it when
When the
Because-
witch goes, hee hee hee.
No. The witches, one of their things is they like to kidnap children. But they don't just take them and like kill them. They take them and they magically put them in paintings where they have to live out the rest of their life. And so like as a person, you're looking at a painting and you see a person in it. But as time goes by, the person in the painting gets older and older and older until all of a sudden they're just dead.
Oh, yeah.
And they're gone.
Wasn't it British?
Yeah.
I should have
It has Mr. Bean in it.
Witches.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. But sorry. I got to remember that there's... So my apologies, Alan. You wouldn't have gotten it anyway because you're going to pick Sweeney Todd. But all right. So that is all of the music. No more music.
All right.
You have quotes and
I'm
screams.
still a little behind.
What quotes do we have?
You have 3, 4, and 5.
Let's go quotes for 3.
Quotes for 300. Coming right up. There we go.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Silence of the Lambs.
There you go.
Why does he get all the easy ones?
You're not picking quotes.
Yeah.
It's probably the easiest of them all.
Son of a gun, Alan.
Like my little, what I did with saying soft tacos in the drive-thru that one time. Where
I knew what you were doing the whole time.
the first drive-thru I ever went through when I got my driver's permit, I was so scared. It was Taco Bell. I was so nervous because it was the first time I ever drove through one that I was trying to order soft tacos, but I went soft tacos. Danny's like, "Why'd you make an F sound?"
All right.
No,
Daniel.
it was like soft tacos.
Okay.
Oh, like,
think it was
what's
like
wrong
that.
with you, man?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with quotes for 400.
Quotes for 400.
Look, he's after me too. I got a letter. Oh, you got a letter. I got run over. Helen gets her hair chopped off. Julie gets a body in a trunk, and you get a letter? That's balanced.
You look.
I know what you did last summer.
Good job, Danny.
I was gonna steal that one.
400.
That one was easy.
Just
I'm back in the game.
One by 99 points.
Wait, you're winning?
No,
I'm losing.
He's
still.
losing by 99.
Good thing you wagered that 99, boy.
Oh.
Or else you guys would have been tied.
Quotes for 500.
Quotes for 500. This is the last one in this category. Then it's on to the screams. Here we go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I almost shot you. I probably wouldn't have.
Hey, oh, shh. Oh. I totally get it. I'm sorry I let you get attacked by a werewolf and then into the world.
Attacked by a werewolf and then into the world?
Ended the world. I'm sorry I let you get attacked by a werewolf and then ended the world.
Sorry I shot you. Dang it.
It's times like
Hocus
these.
Pocus.
No. No hocus pocus.
Now I got to do the same thing. I'm sorry I shot you.
Why do you have to do
Sorry
the same
I turned
thing?
into a werewolf and ended the world. It's got to be a movie that has a werewolf and a gun.
Who is that voice, though?
Yeah.
That voice sounds so familiar.
I'm going to go with Little Monsters.
Nope. It is called The Cabin in the Woods, which actually didn't come out too long ago.
Yeah, I think I actually did see that movie.
So it is a satire. It's like makes fun of horror movies while also being a horror movie itself. If that makes
Is that like
sense.
where they like go into the woods, into this cabin, and like stuff happens?
Yep.
Like, did they go for like a game night or something?
I
Are
actually
they all like good-looking young people?
See, we can describe movies.
you guys did a great job. All right, no more quotes. So now you guys are just onto the screams. Let's just hope
All
one of
right.
you guys could get one.
Screams for 2 through 5 are left, right?
Yep.
Okay, screams for 2.
Screams for 2. Dun, dun, dun.
I probably shouldn't have such a big smile on my face, but with that sounder going on. But it's Psycho.
Yes, you are correct.
Dang it.
Danny takes the lead.
Somebody's winning.
Just remember, though, there is a final Jeopardy.
I'm going with Screams for 500.
Ooh.
That's a mistake.
How much are you winning by?
He's winning
I'm only
by,
winning by 101.
101 points. You want Screams for 500? Here it goes. I'm going to tell you that this scream haunts me, just so you know. It freaked me out putting it on here.
I take it it's a movie you've seen before?
I have.
There were birds. I'm guessing it sounded like a beach. But what kind of a monster like that would be on a beach?
It was a mermaid.
This makes no sense with that scream, but it's all I got. Birds?
Nope.
Thank you. You saved me, Alan. That's what I was going to guess.
Did he save you? Because now you don't have a guess. Now you got to come up with one.
All right. And then roar. What?
Oh, I know.
Me too.
Yeah, then say it.
I'm thinking about it. It's
seriously.
The Grudge.
Okay, nope. Yeah, I know
was
you.
it
You can't. I mean, you can guess again. You're not going to get points if you get it right, but
Creature at the Black Lagoon?
no.
Lagoon.
It is actually Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
And so there's various versions.
There's a book, right?
This one is in particular the scream you heard
The scream's not from the book.
is actually now I'm sure this is just a sound effect, but this came from Donald Sutherland. You guys know who he is.
Yeah.
And so
Jack
it's-
Bauer's father.
Yes, it's at the very end of the movie. I mean, this was like, I think this movie came out in the 70s. So spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Anyway, his character just, that's the sound that the body snatchers make when they see somebody that is not one of them. And so it is chilling when you watch it. It's freaky.
But that's
So,
the very end.
That's the very end. Okay. So anyway, still up by 101 points, Daniel.
Screams for 300, please.
Screams for 300.
If you can't see me, which you probably can't because it's a podcast, I just leaned forward very dramatically. My answer is going to be Scream.
Incorrect. Alan.
Scream 2.
It's obviously somebody taking like an axe or something to a door trying to get in. And the person in there is screaming, "No! Oh!" Probably because they don't want the person to get in.
I love these like little kill time moments. How many obvious statements can we make?
It's like the game of John Madden.
It's seriously, but it's already been. I thought we already had one from this, but it's a Halloween movie.
Incorrect. Now, if I were to say, because right after this, there's a line that I cut out, and the line goes, "Here's Johnny."
Oh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh,
Okay, yes, Jack Nicholson is
The
in
Shining. The
There-
Shining. I get
is
it.
The
I get
Shining.
the point.
You don't get the point.
Yes, I do.
No. Danny's just naming naming
I
movies that have the same actor in it.
But I had the whole scene correct.
You
in my
did have
head.
the whole scene correct.
That's why I thought you were going to say The Shining.
All right, you got one last one, Alan, which is the
Screams for 400.
And here it goes.
I'll take it.
Danny, please!
Almost done. Just one more.
That's legit because this is the last question before Final Jeopardy.
A thud with screaming of excruciating pain. It sounds like a girl is nailing someone to like a board or something.
Yes, it's a religious movie.
What are you doing?
I'm helping him.
Just one more and getting nailed to something. I don't know. Stigmata.
Okay. Nope. Okay.
Stigmata? What's that?
Daniel.
Okay.
It's a religious thing.
Here's the dealio, guys. How many points do I get right if I can name the actor that was screaming?
None.
Well, that's dumb.
Well, if we would have, I guess, talked about that beforehand. But.
So the actor that's screaming's name is James Caan.
Okay.
And it's a movie where he's like an author and this woman's obsessed with his books and she kidnaps him because he ends up at her house out in the woods.
Okay, so just say the name.
And then when he tries to get away, she breaks his legs with a sledgehammer by putting a board between his legs. But the name of the movie...
You don't know the name of the movie.
It's like...
You know all of that and you don't know the name of the movie.
It's like Murder, She Wrote, but it's not.
It's not.
It's...
Starring Angela Lansbury. It is not starring it.
So is this an older movie?
It's like from the 80s.
Mm-hmm. It's a Stephen King book.
Yeah, it's like...
But...
It's called... It's Not the Green Mile. Dang it! How do I know the whole plot, but I don't know the name of it? It's like... I love your book so much I break your legs. That's my final answer.
You got... Okay, no. It's Misery.
Oh, I knew
Misery?
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Dang it.
All right, so the end of...
So what do I get for knowing the whole plot?
You get nothing, because you didn't say the name of the movie. So, Alan with 499 points and Danny with 600. And we are on to Final Jeopardy.
That's a win in my books.
Okay. Now, I have two Final Jeopardies.
What?
One of them is easy in my mind. The other one is difficult. Would you like to play both?
So, like, we can play the first one and then get more points if we get it and then go to the next one?
Yep.
So 2-round double Jeopardy.
Mm-hmm, but
so
you
double Jeopardy.
You guys get to pick what you want first.
Well, I mean, we should probably go with the easy one first.
That would make sense, but I'll leave it up to you guys.
That would help you more than me by about 101 points.
Well, it depends how much you wager.
Because if you guys wager all of them on the hard one, have 0 points, you have nothing left to wager.
I think it's a win-win situation for us to wager
Fine
on the easy one first.
We'll go with what Danny wants.
All right. Do you guys have a pen? Write down on a piece of paper.
Wait, I'm at what? 401?
You're at 499
Yeah,
and he's
you're
at 600.
You're at 401.
So write down what you would like to wager. This is the most exhilarating episode ever.
Wait, why were you guys laughing?
I don't know.
So we just both went silent because we were like thinking.
We don't have the so it's just
Who dropped the ball on that
quiet.
one?
Hey, you know what? I had a lot of other sounds that I was trying to take care of. So, all right, you guys ready? Okay, so I forget. You show what you wager now, or do you listen to the...
Well, then we have to listen, and then we write down our answers, and then we show you
that's
afterwards.
Right. All right. So the question is basically, what is... Because this is a a song. This is music.
Oh, we haven't this whole time been answering in question
It's okay.
form.
I'm not picky on that.
What is misery?
Okay. So this is music. I will give you that much. What is it from?
Yeah, sorry. Typically, you should have given us the category before we put down our wagers, but
doesn't matter.
There's no
I don't watch tons of Jeopardy like you do. Okay.
What is
So
it
here we
from?
go. Yes. What is this from?
What movie, right?
Just what is it from? Okay. Here we go. Okay, write down your
These
answer.
Halloween type. Are we still on the Halloween
Yes,
theme
yes,
though?
it's Halloween.
It's clearly some kind of munchkin.
Oh man. I thought that would be easy.
Guys, I have nothing in my head.
We should probably be talking so that we.
Yeah, you guys.
But think about it, like, so a little sneak peek into not the background, behind the scenes, I guess, if you would, of podcast making, especially, well, I don't know if all podcasts are like this, but ours is, and it's awesome, and it's super cool because Alan is a really good producer. But what you guys may not have noticed is that he has software that automatically goes in, finds all the dead space, and then tries to like shorten it. So it's
There's
not
a
so
lot
apparent,
of dead space in this one.
So this may be a 4-minute episode,
which is also a really cool game. It scares me. But
There's
anyway.
the pause it'll take out
Yep.
right there.
All right. So let's go ahead and do we see what you wager first, right?
We can.
Yeah, let's see what you wager first.
I wagered $4.98.
Okay, $4.98. Okay.
I wagered $400.
Okay. And Alan, what is your answer?
Munchkinland.
Munchkinland. Okay. That is incorrect.
That's unfortunate. You're down to $1. Saturday Night Live.
Yes, but specifically.
You said what's it from?
I know, but do you know what it is specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Is there actually names for the skits? I can explain the skit to you.
Okay?
It's
It
like-
is. I'll give you the points because it's
They're-
from Saturday Night Live.
They're like in
Who's the main character in that skit?
that one guy.
Oh, good.
There's like, but what they do is they like he goes to different levels.
You don't have to tell me about.
And there's like skeleton dudes, and they're like,
oh.
And then they go to
You
like
guys-
another floor on
you
the
guys
elevator.
are just-
like, who's the main star?
Not okay. Who? Tom Hanks is the main star. What is his character? What's his character's name?
Forrest Gump.
I'm about to pull out my hair.
Wait, it's like Scary Man.
It's David Pumpkins.
Oh,
You guys, that's seriously what this whole episode is going to be, is me telling you answers and then you going, oh, like I knew that.
We even watched it here, I think.
I know. We watched it here. It's also a very used sound effect on another podcast that we all listen to.
What?
Fantasy
Footballers.
They use it?
For Devin Funches, but
Oh.
uses it lately. For Devin S. Scrumptious. So, all right.
Dang
so
it,
that
I
was
didn't
the
know we
easy
had to
one.
come up with like the specific name.
Well, I'll give you the points because I did not go super specific, but it just hurts my feelings that you don't know who David Pumpkins is.
Well, I do when you say it.
I know. Okay, here's the final one.
We should have started with the hard one.
You got $1.
So
Guess
I'm
what?
at 1,000,
Oh yeah, so because you wagered 400, so yes, you're at 1,000.
and Alan's at $1.
Is that $1?
Okay, so just cross this out. Right, 1. Okay. So 1,000 to 1.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Okay.
I'm assuming that Danny's going to wager 0.
No, I bet just to mess with me, he wagers 997.
I already wrote it down.
He's going to wager.
I wrote it down before you guys said whatever you think you. So we'll see who's right.
Okay.
997 is what you wagered.
All right.
Well, you're a dick
already,
like that.
I already wrote it down.
All right.
I can't change it.
I wager 1.
Okay. This is a movie. This is a song on a movie. I will even give you a little bit of a hint as the era of the movie. It is a 90s movie.
So are we naming the movie?
You're naming the movie.
Okay. And it's a Halloween type.
It is a Halloween genred movie. Maybe not necessarily around the time of Halloween, but anyway, I just know that you guys aren't going to get this, so I'm trying to give you guys as much hint. Here it goes.
Supersonic, idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would ever really want to go and top that? Such a waste, a pretty face, but hanging in your nose space. I wish that you would take a look and really stop that. Top that. Well, stop that. I don't really give a about trying to top that. Top that. Stop that. I wish you finally take a real look and really stop that.
What's this?
Stop that.
But give.
Stop that. I don't really give a about trying to stop that.
Stop that.
Big deal.
Stop that.
Unreal.
You can try till you blue.
I will make a fool of you.
Stop that.
Okay.
And you said, when did it come out?
It was probably a 90s, maybe an early 90s.
Halloween themed?
I'm just saying that, like, as much as maybe The Witches are a Halloween themed movie, it's about the same.
Ding, 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 ding.
You guys just need to write something down. You guys are thinking, but you just need to write something down. You guys obviously haven't seen this, because if you had, you would have been writing it down immediately. So I'm going to assume, just pretty much apparently like all the rest of these, that you're going to get it wrong.
Okay.
All right.
So how much did
Alan
you
wagered
wager?
$1, and he put down
Witches 2.
Okay. Danny, you wagered 997.
I told you. Such a dick move.
And
my answer is Josie and the Pussycats.
not even close.
It kind of sounds like it.
Oh,
Girls
actually,
singing.
Alan, with his answer, got actually kind of close. It's called Teen Witch.
Oh. Just kidding. I had no idea.
Go ahead, give him his point.
No, he wasn't even close.
You can double it.
Yes, I get 2. I'm at 2.
I'm still at 3.
Yep. So there you go. Danny wins with 3 points.
Woo!
To Alan's 0.
2.
No, you got it wrong.
He said go ahead and
I know, but I don't get to make the rules. This is Alex's game.
Yeah, you didn't win. So, well,
So everyone listening at home, if you can beat 3 points, good luck with that.
Yep. I should have said at the beginning, you should probably, try and play along. But just while this might not have been super exciting to listen to the answers given, hopefully you were able to have fun listening to it and playing along. So I think we've learned out of the 2 times that I've done these things
that Danny has won both.
He has, but I don't think it was by a lot. Not by a crazy margin.
It was a similar score, I think.
That they need some pop culture in their life. So that is it. That is our game. Make sure that, you can, I don't know how we're going to post this on there, but we'll let you know, obviously upcoming, that the game is there. We'll tell you, by the time you listen to this, you should already see the post. But yeah, we'd like you to play along. Just let us know what you got. You can catch us at on our social media pages, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at QCode Podcast. Yep, that's what it is. And also our website, QCodepodcast.com. So make sure to give us a review. And if you leave us a review, we'll read it on the air. How about that?
Yeah. And if you're going to be giving out stars, you should give out more stars than total points that Alan and I combined for in this game.
Yeah, you can give at least 4. But the option,
Preferably
you can give
5.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks guys for listening. Make sure to tune in every Friday as we release these regular episodes. And then, of course, Mondays we have our dream episode. So thanks again, and we'll catch you next week.